Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss first chapter of physics of electric current. So we have learned most part of this chapter. Today we can learn about electric power. Okay, we were discussing about the heating effect of electric current, and we have learned what is safety fuse. That was the topic we was discussing in the last class. So in this class we can learn about what is electric power. Electric power is very easy to learn. It's a very easy topic. What is electric power? The amount of energy consumed by an electrical appliance in a unit time is its power. Power എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഒരു ഇലക്ട്രിക് അപ്ലയൻസസ്, അതായത് ഇലക്ട്രിക് ഉപയോഗിച്ചിട്ട് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ്, അതായത് അപ്ലയൻസ് ഇത്ര എമൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് എനർജി ഇത്ര ടൈമിൽ, ഇപ്പോൾ 1 സെക്കൻഡിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 1 മിനിറ്റിൽ എത്ര എനർജി കൺസ്യൂം ചെയ്യുന്നത്, the amount of energy consumed in unit time is known as electric power. So power is calculated by P is equal to W by T. Okay. What is the unit of power? The unit of power is what I have told is to find the power, the equation is W by T. And we have to learn the equations for finding P. So we have learned in last class, second class something. We have learned that the equation to find the heat. The equation to find the heat is 1 square R T. Okay. So power nu parayunnathu work by time aanu. So power here is so I hope you understand what I am going to tell. P is equal to W by T. ഇവിടെ വർക്ക് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഹീറ്റ് ആയിരിക്കുമല്ലോ. സോ H by T. H is 1 square RT by T. T യും cut ആവും. Okay. ഇവിടെ മൾട്ടിപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ആണ്. So T and T will cut. So 1 square. Power, to find the power, the equation is 1 square R. അതുപോലെ തന്നെ നമ്മൾ ഹീറ്റിന്റെ എല്ലാ ഇക്വേഷൻസിനും ടീനെ ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, ടീനെ ഒഴിവാക്കി we can get the equation to find the power. അതായത് 1 square R V square by R. So I will tell you what are the equations for finding P finding are equations. One 1 square R. Second one V square by R. And the third one is VI. I am a VIT or equation like the heat finding, and so here VI. Okay. These are the equations for finding P. Now we can do a question. A heating appliance has a resistance of 115 ohm. If 2A current flows through it, what is the power of appliance? So we can do a question. A heating appliance has a resistance of 115 ohm. If 2A current flows through it, what is the power of the appliance? This is an easy question because all the values are given here. R is equal to 115 ohm. I is equal to 2A. So to find the P, we can take the equation 1 square R. I square R. I is 2 here. So 2 square into R. That is 115 ohm. 4 into 115. So the answer will be 460 volt. The unit of volt is power. Okay. The unit of finding power is volt. So these are the things that we have to learn in the heating effect of electric current. Then I have told you that besides the heating effect of electric current, we have to learn the lighting effect of electric current also in this chapter. So our next topic is lighting effect of electric current. In this topic, there is no much calculations. We have to learn it theory. So here, lighting effect of electric current. First, we have to study about the filament lamps. Filament lamps, I think it's not much seen in these days. Filament lamps were used most in early days. And what is filament lamps? You can see the picture of filament lamps in your textbook, page number 23, figure 1.10. In the filament lamp, there will be a glass cover, copper wire and a tungsten filament. So filament lamps in normal voltage, it becomes white hot and gives out light. That's how filament lamp gives light. Normal voltage is white to hot light. Filament lamp is filament. That is tungsten filament. It becomes white hot and gives out light. Such bulbs are called filament lamps or incandescent lamps. In this filament lamps, the filament used is tungsten. The filament will be tungsten. The filament uses tungsten filament. Why tungsten is used? Because it can become white hot and emit white light for a long time. Easy to white hot ആവാനും ഈ white light കുറേ നേരത്തേക്ക് പുറത്തേക്ക് വിടാനും കഴിവുള്ള ഒരു filament ആണ് tungsten. So that's why tungsten is used in filament lamps. In filament lamps, to avoid oxidation, tungsten oxidation avoid ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് the bulb is evaporated. Okay, here 2 points ആണുള്ളത്. One, to avoid oxidation. To avoid oxidation, bulb is evaporated. And to avoid vaporization or reduce vaporization, the bulb is filled with some inert gas at a low pressure. And the two conditions only to avoid oxidation. To avoid oxidation, you evaporate the lamp. You have to study this very important thing. In most of the exams, this question is asked. To avoid oxidation, evaporate the lamp, and to avoid vaporization, the bulb is filled with some inert gases, and the inert gas mostly used is nitrogen. Okay. And what is the property of tungsten that makes us use the filament lamp? For filament lamp, tungsten use ചെയ്യാൻ കാരണം. Okay, what are the properties of tungsten? It has high resistivity, high melting point, high ductility, and ability to emit white light in the white hot condition. There are 4 points. Learn 2 points thoroughly and learn all the 4 points. You have to learn all the 4 points, but 2 points learn it thoroughly. Now, why is nichrome not used in filament lamps? എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് nichrome use ചെയ്യാറ്? Because nichrome emits red light. Okay, we have learned that nichrome becomes red light. So nichrome will become red hot very fast. So we cannot use it in filament lamps. Now, in this filament lamps, now why the filament lamps is not used in these days? What is the disadvantage of filament lamps? In filament lamps, a major part of the electrical energy supplied is lost as heat, because here we want more heat energy. So most of the part of the electrical energy supplied is lost as heat. So that is the major disadvantage of filament lamp. So instead of filament lamps, we have discharge lamps. So I have told you, instead of filament lamps, to overcome the disadvantage, we have discharge lamps. How is discharge lamp? Discharge lamps are glass tubes filled with 2 electrodes. So we can imagine a glass tube. It is filled with 2 electrodes. Okay, it is filled with 2 electrodes. They emit light as a result of discharge of electricity through the gas filled in the tubes. So each tube will the gas will be filled in this tube, and due to the discharge of electricity through the gases, so in this gas there will be discharge of electricity. Okay, discharge of electricity. So due to the discharge of electricity, the light is emitted. When a high potential difference is applied, the gas molecules get excited. For high potential, when high voltage is applied, the gas molecules get excited. So excited, we will learn it in +1. Okay, if these are the energy levels. Okay, consider this as the energy level. Excitement means the electron or the particles will jump. That's called as excitation. Okay, it will go to the higher levels. Upon the energy levels, the electron at the particles at the lowest level will jump to the higher levels. But then the stability will become less. So to attain the stability, it will come back to its own position. And during this process, the energy stored will be radiated as this. Being excited, energy storage, and that will be radiated as light. Depending on the difference in the energy levels, lights of different colors. So energy level, the difference and sensitivity, we can get different types of light. Now this discharge lamp has also some disadvantages. That is that so the disadvantage of discharge lamp is that it's environmentally very harmful. It's very harmful to the environment because of the presence of mercury. So to overcome both disadvantages of both the lamps, filament lamps, it has a great energy loss, and in discharge lamps, it's very harmful to the environment. So the best bulb or lamp to use is LED bulb. The full form of LED is light emitting diode. So light emitting diode bulb. And what are LEDs? LEDs are light emitting diodes. As there is no filament, there is no loss of energy in the form of it. From LED filament illa, so there will be no loss of energy. And because there is no mercury in it, it's not harmful to the environment also. So we can overcome the both disadvantages. Then we have to learn the parts of LED, how to construct LED, and to repair the damages in LED. So we can tell the parts of LED in this class, and we can finish the remaining portion in the next class. So what are the part of LED? Base unit E22, heat sink, base plate, back conductor screws, power supply board or LED driver, printed circuit board or LED chipboard, and diffuser cup. These are the 7 main parts of LED bulb. We can see it in page number 26 in our textbook. Now, what is the use of base unit E22? You can see the picture in the textbook, base unit E22. This is the metallic part that connects the bulb to the holder. So, bulb and holder connect cheyunna oru part aanu base unit E22. What is the use of base unit E22? First, it's a metallic part. And feature is a metallic part, and it connects the bulb to the holder. Next part, heat sink. The part close to the base unit. Base unit close side to the part is heat sink. So, parts connect them and learn, so we can remind it easily. Okay, so heat sink is a part close to the base unit. Heat sink is a part close to the base unit, and it's an arrangement for absorbing heat. Okay, the use of this part is to absorb heat from the base. Next, base plate. It's a metal plate that fixes it to the holder. Holder like fixed or metal plate and base plate. The back conductor screws. It's screws. We can understand from the name itself. They are screws for fixing wires from LED drive to the base unit. LED drive and base unit tammile. Okay, LED drive and base unit tammile. Wires of fixed to fix the wires, we use back conductor screws. I have wrote in a short form. It's not the short form. Okay, this back conductor screws, BCS. Okay. Next, power supply board, or the another name is LED driver, and the function of this part is to convert AC into DC. Okay, AC to DC conversion. AC to DC conversion LED driver and power supply board used in it. Next, printed chipboard or PC board, LED chipboard. LEDs are fixed on this board. This board is LED fixed. If this is the LED chipboard, LEDs, consider this as LEDs. LEDs will be connected on this board. And in this positive and negative terminals are marked, and in this board itself the negative and positive terminals are marked. And our last part is diffuser cup. This is the part from which the light comes out. This part from where the light is emitted. So the 7 parts and their uses we have to learn it. It may ask for the exam. So there is only a small portion to finish that we can finish in our next part. Part of the video uploading. Goodbye.